Hey guys, what's going on? It's Lyle here with another case of the Mondays coming to you on a Thursday. I'm sorry, okay? Here's... No excuses. Okay, I get it, but here's the truth. Here's what happened. You ready for this? So, kids, take some notes. Little known fact, if you don't pay your internet bill, they will shut that off. I didn't know that. I'm sorry, I got such a busy lifestyle, working and sleeping, then working and sleeping, then podcasting, then working, then sleeping, working. I check the mail, and the mail goes straight on the counter. I don't even open it. So, if you send me something, thank you, I appreciate it. I probably haven't opened it. But, so, like an internet bill, it just comes and it sits on the bar or it sits on the counter. And another stack of bills, and just a whole stack of mail. And most of the time, all I get is junk mail anyway. You know what I'm talking about. The ads. Have you seen me? Of course not. The dental. What are you trying to say? Thank you. The normal junk mail. So, when I get this stuff, and what my mail person likes to do, is they like to take your normal mail, and they fold your junk mail like a taco, and they put your normal mail in there. So, it's like, if you were eating a junk mail taco, your normal mail would be the meat inside the taco, and you're just like, oh, it's all junk mail, and you just throw it on the counter. I'll just look at it later. And then, you go to a restaurant, later on in the week, and you're like, oh man, that was so good. And then you get home, and you're going through all your junk mail, and oh man, I forgot to pay, and then the lights go off, the electric bill. And, and then you pay the electric bill, then you're looking through the coupons, and you're like, hey, there's a coupon for a place I just ate at tonight. I could have saved some money and paid the electric bill and had money left over. But anyway, that's what happened. That's why I'm late. No, I wasn't waiting until this monumentous day in American history to post a podcast. Well, why not, Lyle? That seems more why not? Well, because it's a sad day, but it's a happy day. Let's just look at it that way. We're going to touch on that and everything else. But let's get started with this awesome rest of the week. It's Thursday, so you got 2 days left of this week. Maybe, if you're a Monday through Friday person. If you're not, however many days you got left in the week, look forward to that. Well, today's my Monday, Lyle. Well, I'm sorry. That's terrible. So then, happy case on the Mondays to you, okay? Okay. So, let's get going. What say? Yay, yeah, okay. So, happy birthday really quick to anybody with any birthdays today. If I missed you on Monday, hey, this birthday extends from Monday all the way through Sunday, okay? It's that long. It's that long. I cover everybody. I cover the whole bases. Dog, catfish, cat... or catfish. I meant to say fish, goldfish, cat. What? I had fish and cat. I worked last night, guys, so you're getting me tired and everything. So things are gonna sound a little hoopla loopla crazy. Okay, so bear with me while I try to talk right and you try to decipher or cipher, whatever the word is, what I'm saying. All right. I promise you it's not going to be pig Latin, though. Okay, we'll just clear that up. So anyway, happy birthday to you. Like I said, that extends to Monday at the beginning of the week, all the way through Sunday at the end of the week. If your birthday is next week, hey, it's coming up, okay? I promise. The internet bill is paid. We'll have a show on Monday. I promise for you. I promise you. And I say a new show on Monday, that doesn't mean this show is old and I'm just finally posting it. No, this is like legitimate now. It's literally 11:28 a.m. Texas time right now on 9/11. That's how you know this is for real legit. So anyway, again, happy birthday to you. To anybody who is in your family and they're having a birthday, let them know, hey, this weird guy who does a podcast says happy birthday. I don't know, but you may want to listen to him because you may like him, and he's he helps me get through the day sometimes. Anyway, so happy birthday to you. Hopefully this birthday is as wonderful and as special as you, and as special as any birthday you've had in the past, if not better than any birthday you've had in the past. And happy birthday to you. Okay? Alright. So, if you're somebody, what did I say? What did I tell you? I'm trying to say somebody and someone. If you have something just so, coming up this week, if it hasn't happened already, you guys, I'm sorry. This is gonna be terrible. If it hasn't happened already, maybe it's happening today, maybe it's happening tomorrow, maybe it's happening over the weekend. You're having like a, big shindig or something. You're having a bunch of people come over. You still got to clean or fix the roof or whatever the case may be. Something that, like I said, has not happened yet, but it's so monumentous, so nerve-wracking, so nail-biting, so gut-wrenching, so butterflies in the stomach. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, whatever is stressing you out. I know, and this isn't until next week, and I'm probably going to talk about it on next week's show, but I'm telling you guys right now, I don't know how my mom put up with me having heart surgery. My oldest daughter is 6 years old, and she's supposed to have her tonsils removed next week, Wednesday. And I know there are so many people who are like, tonsils, whatever. To me, though, it's like a big deal, because, it's our first major surgery. That should be every kid's first major surgery. It shouldn't be anything else. If you feel me, you're shaking your head. Yes, you're like, yeah, I agree. That if your child should have any first major surgery, it should be just tonsils. That's it. It shouldn't be anything else. It shouldn't be like a broken arm or anything as their first major surgery, or, anything other than just tonsils. That's what I feel. And it's just, as a parent, I'm like, I'm on edge. I'm on needles, because I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't imagine it's, if you have a child, if you don't have a child, I'm sorry. You probably have a pet or something that you feel for, or a plant or something that you feel for, that has gone through something tremendous, and the first time it did, afterwards you wipe the sweat off your brow. And I know that's probably what I'm going to do after she comes out of this. I'm going to, that was the easy one. Now let's see what else life has to offer. So anyway, whatever the case may be, whatever you have going on, like I said, I'm going to talk about it more next week, more than likely. As days come on, I'll be more stressed. But to anybody who has something big, monumentous, just strenuous going on that you haven't done yet, but you know it's coming, and you're waiting for it, you're just waiting, prayers to you, good luck, and best wishes for you. To anyone who had something big, special, monumentous, so awesome, it deserved to have a drink or something over, whatever the case may be, congratulations, good job, high five, woohoo, passed your spelling test. What else did you do? Paid off your car. Trying to think here, trying to think. I don't know. Maybe you bought the new Captain America movie this week. Yes. And you watched it. Yes. Was it not amazing? Congratulations. You now get to enjoy the excitement that I embrace in whenever I think about the movie. Was it not cool? Oh my god. In that one part. What? Anyway, to those of you who haven't seen it now, you're like, I gotta go see that movie now. To anyone who had something terrible happen this past week, I don't know what I don't like to think about bad things, so I can't really put a spin on like something bad that would happen to you this past week. That it happened to you. So whatever the case is, prayers to you. Seriously, Just look at it as this. Just the best way I could put it, and I'm going to warn you guys right now, I'm about to get religious, so if that's not your thing, skip forward. Until you don't hear me talk religion anymore. But to those of you who had something bad happen, just think of it this way. It's a test from God. God is testing you. God is putting you through a test. And you may feel like you're just constantly struggling. Flat tire today. Yesterday was my hair straightener broke or my electric razor died and I didn't have a razor, so I had to run to Walmart with half a beard, and get some shaving cream and a razor blade and shave in the car on the way to work. Whatever the case may be, you're just like, man, I keep getting slammed with bad stuff. What the heck? What kind of test is this that God's putting me through that I haven't studied for? Jeez Louise. Just think of it this way. These bad things happen to you to strengthen you. It's like, it's a type of strength exercise that you can't get from any gym membership, that you can't do inside any gym. You can't do enough push-ups to prepare yourself mentally for all this stress that you're going through. And just think about it. I'm not a super huge NASCAR fan, but the best way to describe it is you watch one of those races and you're going to see a driver who wins one race and it'll show the last time he won a race. I watched one time, and this was like in 2013, 2012. They said that last driver won a race in 2008, 2010. So, 2 years. This guy's been racing all these races. And it's taken him 2 years to get another victory. How crazy is that? Just think about that. There are people who just suffer and march on. And, they still make it. So, whatever the case may be, whatever you're battling right now, whatever it is, just remember that things may seem tough right now, but I promise you, you're going to look back at whatever this is that's keeping you down and stepping on you and pushing you back down the moment you start to get back up, and you're going to laugh at it because it's going to be just a little freaking preschool bully, and you still got a whole senior level bully to deal with, and you're going to look back at that little preschool bully and be like, oh my goodness, I was worried about that. Wow, that mountain you're climbing is just an anthill. You still got another Mount Everest to go, or two. So, like I said, just whatever the case is, good or bad, always remember that, there always is going to be some good to come out of any bad situation. There always is. Always is. I don't care what you say. There always is. So, anyway. Let's get started. Let's get started. So, this past week, not too much. This past week, did you watch or listen to the revealing of the iPhone 6 and the Apple iWatch, I believe is what it's called? We're going to talk about the highlights of the new iPhone 6 in case you didn't know, in case you're like me, what are we called? Android fanatics. In case you're like me and you want to know what Apple's finally getting, it's like your parents getting a cell phone and they get all excited, right? Like I'll tell you guys about the new iPhone in a minute here, but just just all the upgrades and stuff they're finally putting on their phones, and Apple lovers are rejoicing. Woohoo! We get all this cool stuff, and us Android guys or folks are pulling our earbuds out and like, oh, you got that finally? Yeah, that's cool, huh? All right, I gotta go do some other stuff. So we'll talk about everything they're getting. Those lucky ducks, them. Welcome to the new age, Apple. Did you watch the Ray Rice clip? So get this, I got a thing on my phone yesterday, and I was watching ESPN, of course, because I got cable now, and I could do that type of stuff. And they were saying, the police are saying that they released that video clip, the elevator clip, where he straight just knocks her out. they're saying they released that to the NFL back in April. And, I mean, this thing is just now hitting TMZ and stuff like that. And the NFL is saying this is the first they've ever seen of it. And the FBI or police department is saying, oh, we got records from you guys acknowledging the receival of this clip back in April. And you guys did nothing. So, this is going to be pretty interesting. Of course, Michael Vick is sticking up for him and saying he deserves a second chance. Honestly, if I was a Michael Vick, I'd just shut up and just keep playing. Seriously, I would just shut up and just keep playing. You should consider yourself very lucky, my friend. Very, very, very lucky. And if Ray Rice gets to keep playing, which he probably will, because, I mean, look, the Cowboys had that player who killed someone while drunk driving. Granted, the guy was in the car with him and he was drunk as well, and I think they said he wasn't wearing a seatbelt. Still, the fact of the matter is, if that other guy was not drinking, nobody would have died that night. And he still gets to stay on the team. I mean, they're not banning him for life from the NFL. What the heck? Roger Goodall, could you please be the commissioner of baseball for a year so you can resubmit, re-let in Pete Rose? I mean, geez, Pete Rose gets kicked out for gambling. Freaking football, these guys beat their wives, kill their other teammates, kill dogs, fight dogs, run fight circles or whatever. Dog fight clubs, we'll call them. And they still get to play the sport that they love. It's like, Roger Goodall, please, sir, I beg you to commission baseball for one season so you can reinstate Pete Rose and overlook the drug usage so players like Mark McGwire can hit bombs, in the freaking stadiums again. Please. That was so cool. We missed that. But, oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. I'm telling you, if Hernandez was found innocent, they'd probably let him come back and play football. Roger Goodall would not ban him for life. I guess it just goes to show you, I mean, the differences between the sports. I mean, baseball, like I said, Pete Rose gambled against his own team. He gambled on his own teams. And, I mean, he got banned for life from the sport. Jeez Louise. Jose Canseco juiced and admitted to it. He didn't get banned for life from the sport. McGwire juiced during the home run race. He didn't get banned from the sport. I mean, golly, that's on one side. It's people say it's cheating, but on the other side, I think they're cheating themselves. They're not really cheating this in the sport. I mean, just because he juiced, I don't think the cart. No, now that I think about it, just because Mark McGwire was juicing that year to get all those home runs, his team didn't go to the World Series. That was '98, folks. I lived in San Diego in '98. I promise you, I was there, okay? That was my first Padres game, was a Mark McGwire home run game, all right? I promise you, the St. Louis Cardinals sucked that year, all right? They weren't the best. Just because Mark McGwire was juicing, they weren't the best. The Padres went on to the World Series, of course, and they got swept in 4 games by the Yankees, but I mean, come on. Juicing isn't helping a team. It's just helping one player. And then on top of that, he's going to end up injuring something by doing it. But anyway, so we're getting off subject here. So, did you happen to watch the Ray Rice clip? If you did, what'd you think? I mean, it looked weird. I've heard some people say she was coming at him. But if you watch the video again, as the doors close, it looks like he's leaning to her. He says something or does something, and then he steps back, and then she comes at him. And then he knocks her out, and people are like, oh, she came at him. Well, if you're a guy, there's ways of stopping people from attacking you, especially if they're a female. And if you're a big football player, you're big and muscly, I'm pretty sure there's a way you could detain her without her hitting, getting a hit on you or stabbing you or something, and you can get off on the next floor and call security and be like, chick's crazy. Y'all need to get her. She's crazy. But, so anyway. If you haven't watched the video yet, watch it. It's not too graphic. You just, like I said, the elevator doors close, and I don't know if he's whispering something in her ear or some. I don't know. He had to antagonize it though, and then she comes at him, and he swings and knocks her out. So anyway, check it out. Also, this past week, did you happen to celebrate Grandparents' Day? Maybe you forgot. I know I did. So, I forgot. Okay, I forgot. I didn't celebrate it. I forgot. Okay, so I have to celebrate it with my grandparents who live all the way in Oakland, in California. So, there you go. So, let's get started with these, the iPhone highlights. This is, the highlights of the new iPhone 6. The things that iPhone users are now coming to that us Android users have been like, that's like so 2000. So, here you go. iPhone 6 is the... I don't know why Apple's been doing this. They're releasing two versions of the iPhone 6. The iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6 Plus. Just like the iPhone 5, you have the 5C, which is color. You know, you can get different color case on it, or just the 5. Or remember the 4 and then the 4S, remember that? So anyway, iPhone 6, the regular screen is going to be 4.7 inches, not your 4 inches like the ones are right now. And then the Plus, the more expensive one, of course, it's ready. It's going to be 5.5 inches. Oh, how about that? Yeah, Apple. All right, way to see. Past the 4 inches. Yeah, a ruler's got more than 4 inches on it. You guys, I guess somebody was probably leaning on the table, covering up the other part of the ruler, so they didn't know, oh, a ruler's got more than 4 inches, you know, so there you go, 5.5 inches. Who's going to come out with the first foot-long cell phone? Probably Android, but anyway. The iPhone 6 has better resolution. The iPhone 6 is going to be a 1334 by 750, and then the Plus is going to be a 1920 by 1080. What that means for you, what that means for me, I don't know. I don't even know what my phone resolution is. I really don't care what my phone resolution. As long as it's not all 8-bit pixely, we're alright. I got a Note 3. I love it. I barely used the little doodle pin on it. I still love it though. That phone is amazing. There's going to be an all-new sensor on the camera that supports focus pixels and enables even faster autofocus. If you ask me, I don't think a phone could be any faster at autofocus, because they're all seem pretty slow to me. So, and then of course the iPhone 6 is the iPhone 6 Plus. Excuse me, the iPhone 6 Plus. They're doing for the largest memory. It looks like. I don't know if the iPhone 3 ever. I don't know what their gigabytes. I think the highest one they had was 32. So I think this one's going to be the largest one yet, which is 128 gigabytes, and that's going to run you at $499 if you're just buying the phone outright, if you got that kind of cash. And that's for the Plus. Of course, the iPhone 6 itself, not the Plus version, the smaller 4.7 inch screen one. These prices, it's going to just be $100 cheaper. That's all. So like, for example, the 128 gigabyte iPhone 6 is going to run you $399 instead of $499. And then, of course, the Plus 16 gig, the smallest memory version of the phone, the cheapest version of the phone, for those of you like me, will run you at $299. Again, if you're buying the phone outright. I think it showed all carriers, AT&T, T-Mobile, Sprint, and Verizon, will have this phone available. If you're wondering, we'll allow what about the megapixels for the camera? Everything is the same across the board. iPhone 5 all the way through, it's the same megapixel, 8 megapixel camera. The only difference is that new autofocus thing, which is, I guess, and the video chat's still going to be the same. The front-facing camera, if you want to like face chat with someone, is still 1.2 megapixel camera. I don't think anybody's ever going to change that. Oh, and then the security thing, just like on the iPhone 5 with the fingerprint, that's staying with Apple, of course. So there you go. And then, of course, Siri is showing up again and her little Siri-ness. So, so there you have it. If, like I said, if you're an iPhone lover, an Apple lover, and you've been meaning to check that out, well, there you go. There's the highlights that I could see, the stuff that caught my eye. The other stuff, I was like, nah, big deal. They're going to have the cool headphones that come with, the cool looking, weird, goofy headphones they have for, anyway. So, let's move on. Moving on, there was a girl, and I could be late as daylight on this story, but who knows. So anyway, there was a girl, there's a picture online, check it out, she looks like a wannabe Kesha. If you don't know who Kesha is, Google her first, and then Google this story, and see this girl's picture, mugshot. It says here, Brandy Allen's mugshot may be in itself incriminating as the Arkansas woman. This is a woman. When you see her picture, she looks like a 15-year-old or 16-year-old teen. No, this is a woman. Is accused of shoplifting $144 worth of makeup. After you see her face, you're like, she's getting a lot more than that. And $144 worth of makeup, I've seen some of that makeup, ladies. That stuff is expensive. So, what was that? Like a compact and a thing of eyeshadow? I mean, that stuff runs expensive. What kind of woman says to herself, I need to spend $500 on makeup to look the bomb? Ba-bow. Man. Do you realize how many drinks you could just buy a guy and skip the makeup? I mean, if you feel you need makeup to attract a man, honey, maybe you should be drinking some more. I don't know where that was going. But you get what I'm saying? Like, that money you're spending on the makeup, you could just be spending on the drinks to get the guy drunk, and you don't even notice you're not wearing any makeup. You're welcome. I just saved you like $200. What? Plus, women's night or ladies call or whatever it's called, and women call or whatever, and you call the shots, I guess is what it's called. I don't know. I've never been to one of those special drink events. I just hear about them. But you get what I'm saying. So anyway, when Allen was confronted after stuffing the makeup into her bag, she unleashed a slew of profanity while attempting to damage the eyeshadow as she pulled it from her purse. So it seemed the products were used. Police said the incident occurred on Monday. By Wednesday, police said that Allen was released on bond. So there you go. It didn't say where she got caught stealing it from. But yeah, so there you go. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you are like me. You get Charlie horses, you cuss and scream at the night because of them. Right? They are sore, they hurt, they are pain. Why the heck do you get them? So here you go. They're spasms, which are involuntary muscle contractions that most often show up in your feet, hands, legs, or back. Arise from mineral or nutrient deficiencies. Aha! So, dehydration, overworked muscles, or circulatory problems, or a combination of all these factors. So, here's your game plan to assess your muscle spasm risk factors, prevent them from happening, and calm an ordinary muscle cramp when it strikes. Keep a diet and exercise log. Before bed, write down what you ate and any physical activity you had during the day. Keep the log for a month or two and compare the frequency of your spasms with your diet and exercise habits. Searching for patterns, say you tend to get Charlie horses after long weekend runs, or when you eat or don't eat. Certain foods can help you identify your spasm triggers. Watch your workouts. If you're the type who sits around all week at the office and then hits the gym or trail hard on the weekend, your muscles may not be ready to handle a rigorous workload. If exercise seems to trigger spasms, stretching the affected muscle area before and after your workout can help. Common spasm points are often your calf muscles, quadriceps, and hamstrings. So there you have it. Watch what you eat. Drink more water, because you're, dehydrated from doing all that working, exercise and everything, and you should release the spasms. Hopefully get rid of them. The whole writing your eating activity down before you go to bed seems a little much. If you're like me and you have a phone that's got like a little tablet, with a little pen, you can write it down on the little tablet. That way you don't have to get a pen and paper. Apple users, you will have to get a pen and paper unless you're using your iPad, which you'll probably still have to get a pen and paper to jot down, which you hate. See what could be, see what can happen with an Android? Aren't you wanting to switch over now? Huh? Okay. So, I have 5 morning mistakes that ruin the rest of your day. Yes, they will ruin it. It's all wrecked. It's terrible. Horrible. Ugh. So, number 1, you wake up in a cave. If you roll out of bed, hit the shower, guzzle your coffee, then bunker down in your office, you'll barely see the light of day until lunch. Missing out on morning rays might mess with your body mass index. A new study from Northwestern University's Feinberg School of Medicine found people who get most of their natural light exposure afternoon had higher BMIs than people who saw sunshine in the AM, the study found. So, get your rays. Exposure to 20 to 30 minutes of natural light in the morning hours helps set your internal clock and regulate your energy level, appetite, and metabolism. According to researchers, open the blinds and let the sun shine in while you get ready for work. And if you have time, have your coffee or breakfast outside or at least by a window. There you go. Number 2, you didn't down any water. So if you don't drink water in the morning, you'll be playing hydration catch-up for the rest of the day, says Leslie Bonchi, RD Director of Sports Nutrition at the University of Pittsburgh Center for Sports Medicine. And when you're low on H2O, you got it, you're more likely to be in a bad mood, get confused, or feel tired, reports new research from France. See, the French know what they're talking about. So drink up. If you have enough fluids in the morning, not only will you feel happier, you don't just need a Snickers bar because you feel better. You also need water. Sharper and more energetic, but you'll also have more strength, speed, and stamina for your workouts later, Bonchi says. Aim to start the day with 24 ounces in the first hour of the morning. That's about 3 cups to put yourself on the right H2O track. Number 3, you worked out on an empty stomach. Naughty person you. So head out for your morning run or lifting session without eating first, and you risk being surly and foggy all day long, according to recent British research. Men were sharper on daily tasks and in better moods overall when they had breakfast before an AM sweat session than when they skipped the meal, the study found. Honestly, I haven't read what's fixing to come up how to fix this yet. I'm like you guys. If you're thinking the same way I'm thinking, why would I eat a bowl of cereal? Why would I eat an omelet? Something. And then go work out. Because it's all going to come right back out. Right? Okay. So now we're on the same track. Eating healthy first thing in the morning gives you the energy your brain needs to function properly for the rest of the day, the researchers say. So make sure you fuel up with a mix of protein and carbs first. Again, that really didn't give any answers about how to keep it all down while you're trying to pump some iron. I'm sorry, I don't know. I really don't. I guess use the swimming rule. Eat and then wait an hour before you go work out. I don't know. But I feel you, though, because I eat lunch, and then I go return to work, and I'm doing some pretty strenuous stuff at work. Lifting cases, pulling stuff, and, you feel the gas building up right there in the mid gut range. You feel the boiling and the simmering and everything, and you're like, oh, here it comes. I'm either gonna just burp or I'm gonna take off running. So, number 4. You skimped on protein. Oatmeal or a banana might hold you over for a couple hours, but waiting until lunch or dinner to get your protein fix is not the best way to build muscle. According to a new study from the University of Texas, people who ate a full 30-gram serving of protein at all 3 meals had a 25% higher muscle protein synthesis rate than people who ate the same amount of protein but had the bulk of it at dinner, the researchers found. So, eat up. Your body can only use so much protein to repair muscle at a time, the researchers say. So if you space your protein out evenly throughout the day by trying to get at least 30 grams with each meal, you'll maximize your body's ability to use it. Scramble up 3 whole eggs, 4 egg whites, and have that alongside 2/3 cup of oatmeal for a filling breakfast that provides 36 grams of protein, advises Men's Health Nutrition Advisor Mike Rousel, PhD. And of course, number 5, here we go. You got road rage. You got it. Spending your ride to work seething over traffic won't just make you miserable that morning, it makes for a miserable life, according to recent Swedish research. They have good meatballs and they do good research. Here you go. So, how you feel about your commute? For better or worse, influences your overall happiness or lack thereof, the study found. So, how do you get happy? Well, the daily trip has an important impact. It preps you for the day to come and is a buffer between home and work life, the researchers say, to enjoy your ride more, entertain yourself with a wonderful podcast. What you're doing right now, probably, as you're probably driving home, because this is a late post. This is a midday post. So anyway, whatever the case may be, that's what you're doing to ruin your day when you wake up in the morning, as I said in the past. Before we started that story. But that's about all I got for you guys today for this week. I hope you guys have a great, wonderful rest of the week. Wait, stop, pause, hold on. Before we get going, I know today's 9/11, and I know a lot of people probably are trying to look past it, move on. We've all moved on. Let's just look past it. It's a sad, sad day in history. Pearl Harbor was a sad day in history. Let's just move on and be happy, rejoice for what we have, and thank God for everything we have today. And thank God for, this is going to sound weird, you're going to hate me, thank God for Al-Qaeda, however they want to be called, for bringing us all closer together. Am I right? Did you ever talk to your neighbor before 9/11? If you did, cool. If you didn't, you're welcome. So, with that being said, just remember to say your prayers tonight with your kids. If you don't pray now. That's all I gotta say. The whole ISIS thing, ISIL, whatever they want to be called now, I don't know what the cool slang is for them, but whatever the case is, it is noon now, 12:02 noon, and I have not seen anything special with them. I know there was a lot of rumors of threats they made on this day for us. So, like I said, it's noon here in Texas. I haven't seen anything happen yet. Doesn't mean nothing's to come, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be on our toes today because of the past, So anyway, if you did have something special happen to you on this day, on that day in 2001, prayers go out to you and your family. Whatever the case may be, whoever the case is about, just know everything's good now. Everything's great. And prayers to you and to whoever it was that maybe you lost. So prayers to you and your family, and just know that they're up there looking down, smiling, knowing that, today's a good day. Today's an awesome day. It may be a bad day, in the past, but today's a good day. We all get to rejoice and, like I said, embrace each other in one giant hug and, have a moment of silence for the loved ones who were lost. The heroes. Golly, the true freaking heroes. I can't even imagine. Jeez Louise. So anyway, that's, I think, where we're going to close today's show on. I know I hate closing on a sad note there. So anyway, alright, so we're going to be back. I'll be back next week. Thank you for giving me your ears today. I missed them so much. Those earrings, oh, they're so cute. Oh, and earwax, ew. So, you guys have a great rest of the week. I am going to go catch maybe a couple minutes of sleep because I am going to a baseball game tonight. Does that not feel just so American? Do you not remember that day? And that was probably the only time I'd ever be a Yankee fan, was when one of them said, I think Jeter said, it just feels right to play. It feels like the right thing to do is play. I love you, Jeter, even though you're stinking Yankee. That was awesome, bro. But, so I'll be going to that game tonight, and all you can eat seats. Even if it's the Texas Rangers and it's the worst season they've had in a long time. It's all you can eat seats, nachos, burgers, hot dogs, popcorn. Oh my goodness. I'll probably gain like 30 pounds tonight. And not to mention, fingers crossed, the former president throws out the first pitch. Oh my gosh, if he throws out the first pitch, night made. Right there. Hands down. I'll be like, okay, I don't care, win or lose. This game just became awesome. So, and there's probably going to be a good amount of jet flyovers tonight, which I love. Being a military kid, I love. I'm going to tell you right now, jet flyovers are amazing. They take me back to San Diego and home and everything, and seeing all the jets fly around. Oh my goodness, it's awesome. If you've never seen a jet fly around at all hours of the day, it is amazing. I promise you, it's amazing. To some people, it's annoying. To me, it's cool. Whenever I heard those roaring of the jets, I was like, we're protected. I felt safe. Believe it or not, I did. I felt safer. So anyway, whatever the case may be, I hope you guys have a great and wonderful rest of the week. Like I said, prayers to you if something special happened to you on this day with a loved one or anything. Thank a hero, for God's sake. Thank a fireman. Even if they weren't from New York, still, those guys are brave. Give it up for them. I guess I'm gonna have to buy a calendar and hang it here in where I record, because they can make some calendars too. They're good. I'm just kidding. Some people just got nervous. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. They probably do make good calendars, but I swear to you, I'm just kidding. So, anyway, you guys have a great and wonderful rest of the week. Way to close the show. We'll talk to you guys next week. Go watch Captain America Winter Soldier. You'll love it. And always remember that a bad day is better than no day. Okay, so we're going to stop that. A bad day is better than no day, and that's any day. I promise I'm not getting a fireman's calendar. I promise. You guys have a great rest of the week, and we'll talk to you guys next week. Take care. Bye-bye.